Wapplers from around the world. This is our January 2025 meetup. Today we're going to be taking a walk through the BrightYard developed by Keith, and it's a beautiful showcase site. But if any of you Wapplers out there have a site you'd like to show off, or if you have a secret tip or trick or something that you've worked really well in Wappler for you, I'd encourage you to invite you to reach out to me. We'd love to see you in a meetup. Hello, Wapplers out there. Today we bring you a very special guest, Keith, known as Kay Fawcett, on the forum. He is the designer, builder, and creator of BrightYard. And he is going to walk yours truly through the BrightYard. And I'm going to see if I can break it, and he's going to guide us through it. Keith, would you like to say anything to the audience?
Hopefully you don't break it.
Okay. So we're at app.brightyard.co/login, and we're going to create a new account. I'm going to copy the email address over here and the work email, and then we'll create a password. Right. There's a password. Now we're going to register. 8 characters, at least 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 number, 1 special character. I'm paranoid about this. Okay, here we go. We're going to register. We're in. We will add that to. We'll come over here to boom. Very quickly, we got the confirmation code already. And we are okay. And we don't have to click anything, just put the code in and it goes. That's awesome. Okay, 1 of 4. Welcome to BrightYard. Quick tips to help you get started. First name, last name. What should we name your account? What should we name your account? We've got a small operation over here, and we'll continue. 3 of 4. Select plan, individual, team, or business. What would you suggest would be the best to show our audience? The business, Keith?
You can just do individual. There's not really a UI difference between them.
Okay. So we're going to start the trial. $49.99 per year and continue. How did you hear about BrightYard? Let's do other. I get to say I learned it from Keith. No, I learned it from Keith. Okay, got 30 days free. And what do you require on this screen?
The name and billing address, no credit cards required. So it'll, at the end of the 30 days, it'll, or prior to that, start notifying you. If you want to continue, you need to add one. But the address is required for tax purposes.
Go. And your trial.
You got to agree to the terms of service, the little checkbox.
Good job. There we go. So this is when the dashboard, this is manage our plan. We can get support. If it's all right with you, I'll start from the top and work my way down.
Most of this is just, more than anything, it's, managing the subscription. If you had a team, being able to invite team members to it.
Mm-hmm.
And, the most important thing for this, initial walkthrough is just the download. So download is where you're going to go to get the app.
Okay. All right. And then the app, we have a Mac OS and Windows.
Yep.
And here we go. And download. We're gonna put downloads. We're gonna allow multiple files. And save. Okay, I've got one file, BrightYard-setup.exe.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah, if you click on the executable in that downloads folder, it should install.
I thought I did. But after it installs, you've got to launch it, right?
Yeah, it should automatically launch.
Okay. It's obviously installed, so I'm gonna open it. There we go. Microsoft Defender's preventing running set might put your PC at risk.
Yeah, so until I have been able to get through certification process and add a certificate to the
Right.
Windows installer, you're going to get that. So if you just click the more info link.
Yep. I did that, and it's installing.
And at the moment, that's not showing on your screen.
I've got dashboard BrightYard just came up. With a
Yeah, so you might want to switch the screen that you're showing in Zoom because I only see the downloads page still.
Got it. Yes.
There we go. Yep.
All right.
And so you'll use the same credentials. Yep.
There we go. We're in. All right. So we have the dashboard. We can connect our email with Google. We've got, oh, this would be great for a team. There's so many toys to play with. I don't know where to start, Keith.
Yeah. Let's do your Google sign in first so we can at least get that starting to download your emails if you have any. So yeah, so this is a requirement by Google. You got to have these types of screens.
Right. Continue with Google. What's going on here?
And so it should launch your desktop browser for you to
It is.
on the OAuth process.
Copy. Okay. Okay, now I need to sign in to my Gmail. Whoa. I'm signing into my Gmail on a browser as soon as I okay. Next. Now, Keith, let's try this. Okay. I use a different browser for a default. So I've entered my, I'm logging into Google Gmail on a browser. I can't show you the username and password. And verify it's you to help keep get code. Okay, it's asking me to verify with the 2FA with the cell phone. Google code is already here. Okay, it says Google hasn't verified this app. App is requesting access. It says back to safety or advanced. I'm going to click advanced. Continue only if you understand the risks and trust the developer. I trust the developer. Go to BrightYard.co. Sign into BrightYard.co. By continuing, Google will show your name, email address, etc. I'm going to click on continue. And then select what BrightYard.co can access. This might be interesting if I can get this. See if I can change the share here.
Yeah, and you just want to select the three, I think, that are at the top. I mean, anything that is, there's a checkbox, really just check it.
I was gonna quickly try to show our audience here, but we'll do the see and edit email, labels, manage drafts, and send emails, read, compose. This is really slick. And there's only 3 options available. So I clicked all 3 and I'm clicking continue. Site is trying to open BrightYard. I'm clicking open, authentication successful, and boom.
All right.
Now,
Perfect. So, this needs to be improved in terms of like once it redirects. Right now, it just takes us to the setting page. But at this point, it is starting to download emails. So if you were to go to the mailbox, which is the second one from the top. So we've got 60 emails so far. So, I don't know how big this mailbox is, but it'll continue to download in the background, older emails over time.
awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then this is the inbox. If I want to compose an email, I can send an email from here. Excellent. And we've got, what did you use for the, is this Summernote or something else?
This is TipTap. So I created a custom app custom app connect extension for Wappler to create TipTap. This is one of those areas where, I tried to request from the Wappler team for, a pretty long time. That didn't seem like they were interested in working on it. So I just created it myself.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a big benefit to the community. It seems works almost like a typewriter. So could add an image.
It's not going to work yet. That's still something that's work in progress.
Okay, awesome. Very good. So we can send and receive Gmail from here. And if I understand it correctly, you were also going to add other email providers as well?
Yeah, the plan right now is to add Microsoft so that, those are the 2 main ones that majority of, businesses use, a lot of individuals as well. So going with those, I have thought about creating just a standard like IMAP server to where, users could add any type of email, but that's going to be something that's down the road at this point. I'm just going to focus on those 2 larger email providers.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that IMAP's going to be a little bit of an undertaking. So that way, so you've got Gmail, you have Outlook, and eventually IMAP. So all the emails are coming into one central location.
Yeah, they'll all use an inbox like this. We'll have to build in, more of those like features to where it allows you to have multiple email accounts. But for right now, it's just one email account that you can link to it, only Gmail. And those other things will be, on the roadmap for some point in the future to build those out. But, so if you click into one of the emails, I don't know, maybe one of those Content Marketing Institute ones, then down at the bottom. Yeah, that one will work. So, it looks just like any other email client, right? I mean, you see the email, you can click like up at the top are reply buttons. So there's that little left arrow that if you click that, just do that one. It opens up the reply, editor at the bottom, the
Mhm.
email's added in there. So,
Just like
the
Gmail.
majority, yeah,
It looks nicer than Gmail. It feels more at home. Gmail always seemed strange, but this feels like home. But it's got all the
awesome.
features of Gmail.
Yeah, majority of the like Gmail things of, adding, removing labels, marking things as spam, deleting, all of that's in there. Yeah, if you have any labels in this account, they should have shown up there. So I'm guessing
I
you
don't.
haven't added any custom labels. So, really it's a email client. And then at the right is where we sort of start to hook into other parts of the BrightYard app. So, you have the ability to save these as contacts. And when you click that button, it'll auto create that contact in the system and pull in, whatever details we have of it. And then from there, you have a little pencil icon to be able to go and edit that contact.
Oh, wow.
Uh, that appears broken. So if you just click that little back arrow, that you found a bug I need to fix. It should have populated all that information, but if you, click that back arrow.
Okay. Well, we learned something.
So yeah, from here, if you click into that, should load all the information about the contact. And then here, you'll have the ability to add, activity log of notes. So that's what this main part of the center part of the screen is.
Right.
And the idea is long term to have multiple like tabs, so you have all notes. It could be things like meetings, the actual email. So there'll be another way to view the emails just directly in the contact.
You can do
Uh,
Zoom, you can do telephone calls or whatever.
yeah. All of those different types of like metadata related to the contact will be in there. Some of it I just started to pull out because I'm trying to get to just really like that MVP that I can release. So right now you really just have the notes that are available in here. And
So
so again, if you click the pencil on the right hand side, you can see that it pulled in the information we have. So their first name and last name, we just take from the email. We have one email in there. So for contacts, you can add multiple emails, phone numbers, different links. So if they have websites and other things in there. Each of those you can custom label. So we didn't want to really limit you to some drop down values. You can just, add whatever you like. Yep, how do they want you to communicate with them? So it's good to, select those for future reference.
Mhm. Like, is it a contact or is it a lead? Wonderful. And you
And
can,
then you have a description field. So if you add a description, that'll actually show once we save this, it'll show in that center part above the activity log. So the thinking is that, when you go to a contact, a lot of times you're just going to have some, high level details about them that you want to always know. So we add that. And then you can see the description shows up at the top.
right? Awesome. And then this would be like a phone book or the contacts list, right?
Yep. So right now there's, three like predefined ways to filter. So, the first two are on that one field of whether it's a contact or a lead.
Got it.
Then you also have the ability to star contacts. And then the final one is to be able to pin contacts. So starring, is just a specific filter in there.
What did you say that the search filter was? It the person's name, the company name?
What are you talking about?
You said you could filter the contacts by name.
On the left, you have those three values, right? Contacts, leads, and starred. So clicking on any of those, if you have them, specified as a certain one of those, then you'll be able to filter on those.
Got it.
You can also create labels and add labels to any contact. So
And then we get all activities. And leads.
Yeah,
So,
since you created this one contact, you marked it as a lead.
and it's on
So
lead,
it's showing only under leads.
and then star was showing star as well. Then you
Yeah.
got labels.
And labels can be, public to your entire account. But if you wanted to have them privately labeled, you could create your own labels. Let's say you're working with the team and, you want to, have specific labels only for you related to a contact. You can mark it as private.
Okay. Some clients, it would have to be private. Oh, awesome. Excellent. So so I guess everything you can do with Gmail, you can do here.
Yeah, very, very similar in terms of like different ways to categorize items. Contacts and companies will have those. Even tasks will all have these similar filters. The label system is on all those different modules for record types.
I just saw something. Boy. Are these sortable with the ellipsis or no?
It's just a menu so that you can remove or edit
Got
the
it.
label.
Okay, awesome. Very good. But if it's all right with you, could we take a walk down your menu here and take a look
Sure.
at so we start off with the dashboard, and this will be a summary of everything that we put into it. We've got a lead over here is 100% of our business. We have tasks, unassigned tasks, task past due, task this week, task start this week, task by assignee, and then
These are static right now. The idea is that long-term, this will be configurable. So you'll be able to add and remove the tiles that are most important to you.
right.
But as this first initial, go around, these are basically what are going to show on the dashboard.
For an MVP, this is awesome. And I assume you've seen Cheese's work on
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that I'm still drooling over that. So I can see you heading in that direction. So then we have mail again, which we've already done. And we have tasks. So we can create a task, unassigned, assigned to me, assigned to me. Let's create a task. Assignee is going to be me. Backlog, priority, everything's critical, right?
Yeah.
And enhancements, labels.
You haven't created any yet, so it requires them to already be created.
It
So
requires
it won't save that value.
it requires a what?
You'll have to create the labels on the sidebar first,
Oh, okay.
which is fine. I mean, you can create it without a label if you want,
where are the labels?
all the way at the bottom.
Oh, geez. Okay, new label. Rush. Submit. Okay, so that's been added. Label is going to be rush. Contact. Start date today. End date tomorrow. Short description. And you've got the same tic tac.
Yep.
And we create a task.
And these tasks have the ability to be marked private. So again, if you're in a organization with multiple teams and you only want to have this, task for you, then you can mark it private.
Mm-hmm.
So not creating it.
Especially if you're dealing with something in HR or something confidential. I click create task and I'm not coming up with anything.
Can you go up to that top, the view menu item? We'll just look at developer tools because I still have them enabled. So toggle developer tools. Let's look at the network tab.
I can't see it with the, give me just a second. The Zoom bar is getting away.
Just go to the top real quick and clear that out. So there's the, and click that button. Those are all the emails that it's downloading. So, depending on how many emails you have in this account, it's going to run for a while. But let's just click the create task real quick and see what happens. All right. So can you click on that, that red one?
I can't catch it. Let's see here.
If you scroll up, it won't keep going down.
Task.
You can go to the response tab. What is it not liking? So scroll to the right.
Code 22P02, P02.
Yeah, just scroll.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Scroll to the right.
All right, got it.
It doesn't like that content mark. So just remove the contact for right now.
Okay.
Just the X and see if that'll submit. Or we will just come back to this and I'll note this is there's some issue.
That's precisely why we're doing this, Keith.
Yeah.
There's always something. The catch is going through the process like this and finding it. So now we have the contacts, which we were at before. And besides, we have companies. So how do you associate the difference between a contact or a company, or what takes precedent? Does the company own the contact? Does the contact own the contact, or how does that work?
Yeah, a company is the highest level. So, I mean, you don't have to create a company to create contacts, but, most contacts are going to belong to a company. So, you have the ability to create those as well. So let's say you're working with, Google as a client and you may have, multiple contacts within Google that you want to interact with.
Mm-hmm.
So this allows you to have, at the highest level, company related data. A lot of times you may, document like things about locations. If you have to visit them on site, then having a company record that allows everyone that's using BrightYard to go there and see that information is a lot of times important. And then below that, you may want to know about certain contacts. So those are why we have the two different record types.
Excellent. And chat is coming soon. So that'll be chat between users, of course. And the calendar. Yeah, oh, Kanban. What do you what are you planning for the Kanban?
It'll be used for the tasks. So, it's just a different way to visualize, the tasks in those different swim lanes. So that's the main idea is to, allow this task to be, drag and drop between, backlog, in progress, those types of different statuses.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Excellent. And then down here we have, I'm going to get rid of the tools. We have settings. We have settings. There we go. And we're back to personal information. Notifications are coming soon. Connectivity. So you can keep track of logins and who's doing what. Change password 2FA and connect social accounts. Okay, so we're connected to Google already. Are you going to add social like in LinkedIn and Facebook and whatnot?
Not to begin with. These are going to be more of those Google and Microsoft.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes more sense for the BrightYard. So excellent. So the Wappler community is going to be watching this video. How can we help you?
Once we get out of alpha testing, if anybody would like to start using it, that would be the biggest thing, right? I think I've tried to work through finding as many bugs as I can. I think we found one today for some reason that we're not creating tasks, which I haven't run into recently. So I think that's the biggest thing. If there's anybody out there that would like to do alpha testing, please just contact me and we'll get you set up so you're able to access the system before we really release it out to the larger community.
Okay, so you have to approve the email first before they can do that?
That shouldn't be necessary anymore.
Okay, so they can
so they just need to, basically they'll end up, once they contact me, we'll get them on our community site, which has directions on how to, basically go through what we walked through today on this call. And that's really it. But, I want to get users added into a private, forum within the community so that they can, report the types of issues that we saw today, just so we can, get those knocked out before we release to, non-techie people.
Okay. So you want them to contact you in the forum first?
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
Or they can sign up at, community.brightyard.co and, contact me through there as well.
Awesome. This is wonderful. It's a beautiful design, simply elegant. And you did you design this yourself?
No, there are much better designers than me, so I'm leveraging some design agencies to help develop the UI.
Mm-hmm. But please pass along my compliments. I think it's simply elegant. That's
Wonderful.
to describe it. That's wonderful. Well, is there anything else that you would like the Wappler audience to know about this before we end the call?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. I hope this is something that outside of Wappler that will be useful for anyone that works in task management. I know a lot of Wapplers have already built their own internal tools that do similar things to this. But yeah, any feedback is extremely helpful, whether that's positive or negative, will help me improve the product.
That's awesome. Excellent. Well, this is just another example of what Wappler could do. And all I can say is the future is bright. Keith,
That sounds like a good slogan. I might have to start using that.
there you go. The future is bright, or the future is BrightYard. I wish I could say I planned that.
Yeah.
But I'm not that creative. Very well. Well, Keith, I thank you for joining us again. I wish you a very safe and prosperous new year and great success with BrightYard. And I'll look forward to catching up with you in the forums and on future meetups.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time, Mark. Appreciate it.
All right, take good care. Bye-bye now.
You too. Bye.